글씨 너무 작아서 안 보이는데.
시작하시면 돼요.
태연이야?
네.
Hello, my name is Zia. I'm from TAMF class. Today I'm going to talk about the blame mistake. I divided the presentation in 5 parts. First, I'll tell you about factfulness. Second, I'll talk about blame instincts. Then I'll talk about examples about them and how to control the instinct. Lastly, I'll give you a quiz.
너무 빠른 것 같아요.
Before I start talking about
Slow
the blame
down.
instincts, I'll tell you about the book Factfulness. This book was written by Hans Rosling, his son Ola Rosling, and Ola Rosling's wife Anna Ronald. This book is about 10 reasons we were wrong about the world and why things are better than you think.
We're wrong about what?
Like wrong about the world and why
okay.
things are better than you think. Today I am going to talk about this book's 9th chapter, the blame instinct.
Slow down.
The blame instinct is to find a clear and simple reason why something bad happened. It seems very natural to think that if something goes wrong, the bad person would have it done with bad intentions. We want to believe that when something happens, someone wants it, and we want to believe that the individual has that power and ability to act. Otherwise, the world will be unpredictable, chaotic, and scary. Blame instinct exaggerates the importance of an individual or a particular group. This instinct to find the wrong side hinders the ability to find the truth, to understand the world based on facts. People are so obsessed with the blame that they really don't pay attention to where to look. This also reduces the ability to solve the problem or prevent recurrence. For example, blaming the captain who dozed off and what regulations are needed to who dozed off briefly when the aircraft crash will not help prevent a recurrence. You should ask why the captain dozed off and what regulations are needed to avoid dozing off in the future. If you can't think of anything else to find out if the captain is dozing off, there's no improvement.
우리 좀 보고 얘기해 주세요. 설명해 주세요.
Next, I'm going to tell you about examples about the blame instinct.
So from the books, like, did you read the book?
Yeah.
So what was the answer for like dozing off captain?
It didn't.
Oh, they didn't describe anything?
Not like it said we have to find the reason why the captain dozed off.
한 예로 들고 이게
그러니까 대답은 해주지 않고 생각해봐라.
The body's largest organ is the skin. Before modern medicine, one of the most worst imaginable skin diseases was syphilis,
Can you slow down? Like, paus를 안 하면 알아들을 수가 없어요.
Syphilis, which would start as itchy balls and then eat its way into the bones until it exposed the skeleton. The microbe that caused this disgusting sight and unbearable pain had different names in the
Slow down!
In Russia, it was called the
gosh.
Pulse disease. In Poland, it was German disease, and in German, it was French disease. And in France, it was Italian disease. The Italians blamed that, calling it the French disease. The instinct to find a scapegoat is
slow down.
Is to core to human nature that it's hard to imagine the Swedish people calling the open sores the Swedish disease, or the Russians calling it the Russian disease. That's not how people work. We need someone to blame, and if a single foreigner came here with the disease, then we would happily blame a whole country. Like, there's no further investigation needed, and this is the blame mistake. So what should we do to curb our sensual instincts? To suppress the blame instinct, you must abandon the idea of finding a scapegoat. If you have a problem, you should not look for individuals or groups to blame. This is because bad things can happen even if there is no one intended in the first place. Therefore, it is necessary to focus on understanding and improving the system that caused the situation. Also, on the other hand, you should find a system instead of looking for a hero. If a person claims that something good has happened because of him or her, he or she should think that such a good result might have been achieved in some way, even if he or she does nothing. And you have to give the system some credit. You must remember that it is important to find the exact reason or a system that led to the situation, not just to unjust